Start to relax your body. Maybe body isn't so relaxed today, right? The point of the practice is that we are trying to free any knots, not only in our physical neuromuscular system, but the underlying subtle body energy system as well. So relax your body to the ability that you can in this moment. Closing your eyes, getting a sense of how your spine feels. So I like to move a little bit forward and back or side to side and find that magical place where the spine sort of clicks, right? Where the soft palate comes over the pelvic floor, the base of my body. And all the spinal curves sit nicely, one on top of the other. Begin to lengthen the back of the neck. And slide the shoulder blades down the spine. Just scanning the body from the head to the toes. Take your time, moving slowly like dripping honey. Relaxing the facial muscles and any emotions that you've accumulated throughout the day, maybe even throughout your lifetime, right? The face is shaped by our experiences. Becoming more neutral in one's expression. Starting to breathe a little bit deeper in your abdomen, chest and lungs. So in yoga, we use what is called the diaphragmatic breath. It's basically using all of your torso to breathe. If you have had a child or observed a small baby, you see how the entire body breathes. And that is the most natural, peaceful, integrative breath that we can have as practitioners and as beings on this planet. So seeing what your breath rate is today, maybe it's 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Right, a healthy breath rate is about 4 seconds or 5 seconds, 4 on the inhale, 4 on the exhale. But if that's difficult for you, 3 and 3 is fine. Bring the palms together at the heart. Anjali Mudra. Bowing the head slightly so that your inner gaze is almost looking between the hands, what you are holding in the palms. Just see for this time in your practice, your sadhana, what is it that is very precious to you? Why is it that you practice today? Holding that very dear and close. Starting with an invocation. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karevavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Slowly bring one hand into the belly, one hand onto the chest. Right? An excellent way to start working with pranayama, to work with extending the exhalation to soothe the nervous system, is Om chanting, right? By chanting, you are naturally, right, extending your exhalations. So when we chant Om, right, the Om really derives itself from deep in the gut. So feeling the vibration of Om in the lower hand, and then as you begin to close the mouth into the chest and the soft palate region and across the lips, right? So you can chant with me or chant at your own pace of breath, listening to your own inner sound, feeling the expansion and contraction first and foremost of the lower body. Taking a deep inhalation. Good. Just observing the inner vibration, hands down on the lap, palms face down. Try and bring your mind deep into the solar plexus region, the abdomen. This is where we derive our power from in Hatha Yoga. Next inhalation, slowly open the eyes, take the hands behind you, right? You'll kick out the legs and come to lie on your backs. Suptasana, right? It's not like Shavasana where you spread the limbs. The limbs are close to the midline, palms face down, tuck the shoulders underneath you, bring the legs together and either point or flex the feet. Right, so there's the sense of engaging the limbs in towards the center of your body. That's your spinal column. Back of the head is pressing against the earth lightly so that you extend the cervical spine. And then slightly constrict the muscles of the throat in Ujjayi Pranayam. Ujjayi is a slight sound. Sounds like the waves in the ocean. Just so you can begin to link the mind with breath, not just through sensation, but through sound as well. And throughout the practice, we will be using this Ujjayi Pranayam. See if you can breathe in for a count of 4 and breathe out for a count of 4. Almost as though you are flushing the entire spine as you exhale, moving your mind down the spine, down through the legs and the feet. And as you inhale, drawing the mind up through the soles of the feet, legs, center of the spine, and maybe through the crown of the head. Right, so beginning the asana with pranayama, this focus on the breath, the understanding that the spine And the health of the spine is derived from prana, from life force itself. Your next inhalation, take both arms up overhead. If you have tight shoulders or any shoulder issues, bend your elbows, no problem. Backs of the hands against or towards against the ground. Just reaching long, feeling how that lifts and lengthens the side body, lifts the waist away from the abdominal organs. Now begin to breathe in for a count of 4. And breathe out for a count of 8. Empty, empty, empty the abdomen. Feel the low back spine moving towards the ground. Relax the abdomen and then breathe in for a count of 4 again with Ujjayi. And exhale, draw the abdominal muscles in. Slight massage for the organs here. Breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. Empty the abdomen in Tadasana Mudra, or the pond gesture, the pond in your abdomen. At the end of the exhalation, relax your abdomen and breathe in. So always try and breathe in, right, with a state of relaxation in the belly. Good. Next exhalation, bend your right knee. Take your hands around the right knee, bring the knee in towards the chest. Keep the left leg active, that means pressing, either firmly pointing the toes or flexing the toes on both feet. Slow breathing, balancing the nervous system. As you exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the thigh in to massage the abdominal organs. And as you inhale, release the effort. Good. Your next inhalation, extend that right leg up towards the ceiling. Interlace the hands, the fingers behind the leg. Yeah. Again, straight legs. As you inhale, reach the legs, reach to the joints, the left joints, the right joints of the legs. As you exhale, feel the legs rooting back into the pelvis. As you inhale, reach to the joints. And as you exhale, really sink the heads of the thigh bones into the pelvis. Good. Now, as you exhale, now flex both toes. That means point the toes towards you. And then inhale, bending the elbows out to the sides, lifting the chest slightly towards the extended right leg. Stay here, one breath. If there's room, your exhalation, you bring the leg towards you. If there's no room, you keep it as it is. Bend the knee, no problem. Observe your heart rate. It's very important in your yoga practice that you observe. Keep observing breath rate, heart rate. Exhale, lower down. Relax the leg, relax the arms, come back to Suptasana. Arms and legs close to the midline. Good. Next inhalation, take both arms up overhead behind you. Feel the waist lifting, the side ribs expanding. And next exhalation, bend your left knee, interlace. Draw in. As you exhale, right, naturally the space empties. There's room to draw the thigh in. As you inhale, relax the fingers, wrists, and elbows. Good. Your next inhalation, switch the grip to the back of the left thigh, extend the leg up towards the ceiling, right? Point both sets of toes. There you go. As you exhale, right, feel the weight of the legs rooting down into the pelvis, really connecting into the hips. And as you inhale, reach, reach, reach through the joints, stretch through the joints. Joints play a vital role in how energy flows in the body. They are pranastanas, or places of prana, or marma points, energy points in the body that coincide where the bones meet. Inhale again, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, root down into the pelvis, the sacrum, that's the broad bone in the base of the body. Next inhalation, watch your inhale, don't rush, bend your elbows out to the side, and then with the full length of your inhalation, rise up, right? You don't want to rise up and then still continue inhaling for a while, right? Nice and gentle. But with focus, right, and awareness, how you practice is so important. These days, when I take yoga classes, you know, the classes move so fast, faster than a deep, natural breath, right? You want to keep your breath rate 4 seconds, 5 seconds, so that you really get the maximum benefits of yoga. Good. If there's room, exhale, bring the leg towards you. Good. And then next inhalation, relax everything down, Suptasana. Exhale, soften the joints, relax the ankles, the wrists. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead behind you. This time, interlace the fingers, press the palms away from you. Reach, reach, reach in 2 directions. Exhale all the breath out, nice and slow. Empty, 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 empty. At the end of your exhalation, roll all the way up and come to reach for the toes or the tops of the legs. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, come all the way back down onto the ground, extend the arms up overhead. Now, if you just did that previous position and you saw that you weren't able to get up, no problem. Take the hands down by the sides and use the elbows to prop yourself up. Otherwise, if the movement was smooth with the breath, inhale, lengthen the space between the ribs. Exhale, slow down your exhalation as you breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, empty, empty, empty the belly. At the end of your exhalation, hold the breath out, rise up, and then reach for the sides of the feet or sides of the legs. Head down. Inhale, interlace your fingers, roll all the way back. Reach up overhead once again, or down by the sides if you need help from the elbows. Inhale. Exhale all the breath out. At the end of your exhalation, hold the breath out, roll up, and just comfortably hold either the ankles, the tops of the feet, the shins, whatever you can hold. Breathe in here. 3 breaths, Paschimottanasana. Not too extreme pulling, right? The action is more in the base of the body, the connection between the lower abdomen and the upper thighs. Stay with your deep breathing, observe the heart rate. Your next inhalation, interlace the fingers, rise up, seated Dandasana, staff position. Good. As you exhale, press the thighs firmly down into the ground. If you have difficulty in your lower back, then bend your knees and then press the sitting bones in the heels instead. As you inhale, bring the arms back behind you, lift the waist. Exhale, press the thighs down. Inhale, lift the waist. Next exhalation, take the arms down by the sides of the hips, lean back, bend your knees, and then roll over onto your feet, right? So some of you will be on the balls of the feet, others of you will be on the full flats of the feet, doesn't matter. Utkatasana, right? Round the spine, head down. Next inhalation, slide the hands back, press firmly into the ground to straighten or come to straight in the legs as you fold over, letting the spine spill down like a giant waterfall. Let go of the head completely. If you cannot touch the ground, it's no problem. You just hook your hands in the crooks of the elbows And that's even a nicer release for the shoulder blades. Go ahead and make little infinity signs with the head and the neck, getting into the corners that you normally don't get into. And then really hang the head down when you're finished. Bring the weight back into the heel bones of the legs. As you inhale, just imagine the breath, prana, moving up the legs. As you exhale, imagining spilling over the back down into the crown of the head, creating this nice looping sensation. Inhaling up the backs of the legs, exhaling down the back through the crown of the head. Good. Now let go of the crooks of the elbows if you're holding on. Take the hands to the hips. Inhale. Slowly rise up. Coming to stand. Exhale, take the arms down by the sides of the body. Tadasana, mountain pose. Feet together if it's possible. Arms close. Gazing, your drishti is in front of you downwards, or eyes are closed, gazing internally in the Anahata chakra, the center of the heart. Just observe your heart rate. If the heart rate is beating fast, then let go of the breath control. Just let the breathing be natural. Right, starting to open up now the accessory organs of breathing, the lungs, the heart. Inhale, take the arms out and up, nice and slow. Press down through the heels as you lift the arms. Interlace the fingers, reach up, lift the waist. There you go. Exhale, slow release. Keep the waist lifted as the arms come down. Still with Ujjayi, the sound in the throat of the breath, very light sound. Inhale, extend out, float, float, float the arms, right? Arms are an extension of the lower ribs. Interlace the fingers, press up. Hold the breath just for a moment. Feel the fullness of the lungs and exhale, now release. Next vinyasa, as you inhale, take the hands straight out in front of you. Fingers are together all the way up to the ceiling, palms face forward. Stretch the fronts of the lungs. As you exhale, lower down, hands straight out, and then all the way down. My breath rate might be slower than yours, so please move at your pace. Maybe it's faster than yours. Inhale again. Rise up. Reach, reach, reach as you lift the waist. Hold the breath just for a moment. And exhale, slowly lower down. Complete your exhalation, complete the movement. Good. Next inhalation, take the arms out to the sides now from the shoulders. Fingers are together. Good. Reach the pinkies slightly back in space so that you can feel the opening of the muscles that are covering the lungs in the front, right? Breathing into the upper lung region here. Good. Relax your toes. Press your heels down into the ground, right? You're using your legs here, right? So I like to squeeze the muscles of my legs towards the bone, especially the pelvic floor area, so I know that my legs are fully rooted into the earth element. Now exhale, begin to twist to the right from the waist, hips, chest, shoulders, right? Keep the arms out from the shoulders. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, over to the left side. Squeeze the thighs together. Inhale, come back through center. This time exhale, take your hands behind you, either hold one wrist, opposite elbows, or Prishta Anjali, that's reverse namaste at the mid-back, right? Only do this if the palms can easily touch one another without any strain in the wrists. Whichever position you've chosen, roll the shoulders up and slide the shoulder blades down the back. There you go. Now, utilize your legs. They're there for a reason. Exhale, turn to the right. This time, turn the head and neck as well. 2 breaths here. Inhale, firm the feet. Exhale, if there's space, by the sheer emptying of the breath, then you turn deeper. If you're forcing on a muscular level, right, we're staying more towards the surface of the practice. Close your eyes, try to feel how the breath is entering and leaving the body. Next inhalation, come back towards center. Next exhalation, empty, 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 and from that emptiness, feel yourself twisting to the left. Turn the head and neck. Try not to let the feet turn or lift, both feet flat on the ground. That might mean that you don't turn as much. Be within yourself, right? There's so many distractions, this and that. When you practice, right, put all the do not disturbs on your devices, right? Get into a space of real true sadhana. Your real true devotion to your practice can only come with your absolute presence, your dedication. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, relax the arms. When you come back to Tadasana, Samasthiti, is mountain pose, as we call it in English, right? See if you can relax all the gateways of the joints so that the energy, the prana, can flow from top to bottom, bottom to top, and do its own, whatever it needs to do in an intelligent way. Your role is to open up the nadis, open up the joints, open up the channels so that the rivers of life can flow. Good. Start to deepen your breathing again. Open the eyes, right? If you're on a yoga mat, go ahead and step to the middle of the long edge of your mat. Inhale, take the arms out to the sides. Lift the waist. There you go. Exhale, all the breath out. At the end of your exhalation, lightly step or hop the feet apart. Right? Feet are generally underneath the palms or the wrists. Good. Now turn the toes out, heels in slightly. There you go. Just stay here for a moment, exploring the nature of the legs, pressing the outer feet into the ground. With the toes out, heels in, we actually energize the inner thighs, inner meridians of the legs. Good. Parshvakonasana. So as you exhale, now turn the right toes to the right side, left toes turn forward. Begin to bend into your right knee and bring the right forearm on the right thigh. Extend the arm up overhead, left arm. Good. One breath. Inhale, come back, toes out, heels in. And left side. As you exhale, left toes turn to the left, right toes turn forward, bend into the knee, forearm on the thigh, and right arm up above the head. So you see this line, long diagonal line on the right side. Inhale, come back. Good. Hands on the hips, just rest for a moment, toes out, heels in. You'll see, right, when we come into Parshvakonasana, especially when we come out of standing poses, what tends to happen is we come up very fast. So when we come up very fast, our inhale moves very fast. Try to watch the inhalation come up slower with the pace of your inhalation. Again, to balance your breath, balance the left and right hemispheres of your nervous system. Good. Now inhale again, take the arms out. This time we'll stay. As you exhale, to the right side, bending the knee, forearm on the thigh, extend up overhead. Good. Now before you do anything with this right hand, press down through the left foot and reach out through the left fingertips, right? Strong reach, good. If there's space and if you practice in this way, you can bring that right hand behind the right foot and extend out. It's totally fine if the knee goes beyond the ankle. We do this movement all the time, like when we walk, right? It's a misconception that everything has to be perfect right angles. Good. If that left arm is bothering you, take it behind the back here, right? So you can really feel the rotation of the lungs. Good. One more breath. Heart rate will start to beat a little bit faster now. Before you tire, inhale, slowly rise up. Exhale, hands on the hips. Close your eyes. Don't try to take deep breaths if your heart rate is fast. Just let the breath go. It's so intelligent. It knows how to regulate itself, regulate the whole system. Wait for the moment where your heart rate gets slow again, and then practice from that point. For some of you, that might be a whole minute. So that honesty needs to be there to know when it's the right time to move. Good. If your heart rate is comfortable right now, nice and slow, start to deepen your breathing or continue to breathe in Ujjayi. If you're still waiting, no problem. You catch up with us a little later. Inhale, take the arms out to the sides, fingers together. Exhale, right? This time it's to the left side, left toes to the left, forearm onto the left thigh, right arm extends up, overhead. Just feel that long line all the way to the right side, especially through this very precious space of the side lungs here on the right. Once you feel that diagonal reach, then you're welcome to take the left hand behind the leg. Some people like to do the inside of the leg. That's fine, whatever's in your practice, but I like to practice behind the thigh. You can always take the hand behind. Good. A lot of sensation in the hip, of course, but that's part of the practice. Stay with the breath. And then inhale. Use the power of the legs. Slow rise. Don't be fast. Slow rise up. Exhale, hands on the hips. Toes out, heels in. Chin slightly down. Bring your mind to the pranasthana, the place of prana, deep in the heart. Relax your breathing. When we start to practice in this way, we take the practice from a strictly muscular place, skeletal system, muscular system, all the way to the deepest part of our physical body, our Annamaya Kosha, which is our vital organs. Practicing for maximum health of the vital organs that lie along the spine. And then you infuse every movement with pranayama, awareness of breath, little bit of ujjayi, lengthening of breath. And then you find that every moment is a meditation, no matter what. Good. Now inhale, take the arms out to the sides, straight out from the shoulders, fingers together. Good. Toes are still pointing out. Prasarita Padottanasana. As you inhale, next inhalation, lift the chest, open the face to the sky. As you exhale, strengthen the legs. That means use your feet. Press your feet into the ground. Come halfway down. Listen to the sound of your breath. Inhale. Maybe you need to soften the knees to come up, or even hands to the hips if you have lower back problems. Arc the upper back, gaze up. This time we're coming all the way down. As you exhale, strengthen the legs. Feel the pelvis tilting forward. Feel the breath emptying, 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 and then take the hands anywhere along the outsides of the legs. If it's easy enough for you to hold the big toes, then you hold the big toes, head down. Whatever you're holding on to will be a little bit of resistance as you inhale, lengthen the spine, gaze forward. And then exhale. Remember, it's not through muscular effort, but the emptying of the breath out of the body that the spine folds, coming closer towards the space in between the legs. Stay here. 3 breaths. Again, observe your heart rate. Observe your breath rate. Hi, everyone. Good. At the very least, samavritti. Even inhale, even exhale. If your heart rate is steady, you can go even deeper in the pranayam, which is doubling the length of the exhalation to the inhalation. Eventually, we get to the point where we practice the locks or the seals known as the bandhas in the asana practice itself. But that comes later. Just see if you can really feel each moment of the inhale, each moment of the exhale, and how that saturates your system with the life energies known as prana. Good. Now, let go of what you're holding on to and slide the hands up towards the hips. If you find the legs very tight, you need to bend the knees to come up. Otherwise, you might fall. Good. Inhale, press into the feet. Slowly extend the spine, coming halfway and then all the way up. Good. Exhale, relax here. Right. Take the arms out to the sides. That was such a nice inversion for the spine, no? Exhale here. And then inhale, continue the movement all the way up. Interlace the fingers at the top. Now, as you exhale, we're going to start moving closed hip position. So as you exhale, start to turn the hips to the right side so that they face completely to the right. Now notice when you do this, when you turn your hips, your feet naturally adjust themselves. You don't have to think about 35-degree angle, 45-degree angle. Just watch the movement of the hips. Both hips face forward, and the feet are so intelligent, they know what to do. Good. Now, if you feel unstable here, then widen your feet further away from one another. Otherwise, stay as you are. Use the back leg, that means press into the left heel. Inhale, arc the upper back, gaze up. As you exhale, separate your fingers, extend out and down over that right leg. Hold on to the leg. Some people like to use blocks, but I like to use my actual body to hold on to if I need to, or fingertips at the ground. Again, any of these forward folding movements, the head and neck are very stubborn. They're used to being the command center, so really maybe those infinity signs with the head and neck, and then bring your mind deep into your gut. That is the center of gravity, the center of your universe in your asana practice. Keep using the back leg. Don't forget. Both legs equally. Now, pressing into both heels. Inhale, rise up. Either you take the hands to the hips or you interlace the fingers, extend the arms out, and then rise up. Arc the upper back, gaze up, and then exhale. Now this time, remember what we did before. Either hold one wrist, hold opposite elbows, or Prishta Anjali, that reverse namaste in the back of the body. Inhale, arc the upper back. Remember your back leg. Use it to fold forward. Exhale, turn the chin down. Slow dive down over the leg in your nirlamba variation. Nirlamba means without any support. No support of the hands, just your body in space. One breath. Good. Using the back leg especially, inhale, rise up. Turn back towards the center, toes out, heels in. Exhale, relax the hands. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Interlace the fingers at the top. Keep listening to the sound of your breath. Exhale to the left. Watch the turning of the hips. Right, this intuitive alignment of the body. Use the intelligence of your body and a smooth, deep inhalation and exhalation to guide you in your asana so that you move to the deeper limbs, right? You don't just stay in the physical realm of asana. Press into the back leg. Inhale, arc the upper back, gaze up. Exhale, turn the chin down, separate the fingers. Grow long over your left leg, fingertips down onto the leg or onto the ground without reaching. The upper back slightly rounds, right? That's another thing I hear in yoga classes, flat back. But no, in your forward fold, right, you're really allowing the spine to relax. And there is a slight rounding in your thoracic spine, right? That gives a relaxation down into your sacral body, the depth of the base of your spine, which is so important in our meditation practice. Good. Now press into the back foot. Inhale, rise up, either hands to the hips for support or interlace and reach the arms. Arc the upper back. As you rise up, exhale. This time, find your handhold. No one's watching you. There's no one to compete with. I mean, worst competition is oneself, really, right? Flip the palms, hold the elbows, hold the wrist. Good. Now take that inhalation to arc the upper back, gaze up. Use that back leg. The arcing of the back of the leg reminds you of the back leg. Good. And then exhale, turn the chin down and fold, fold, fold. When we're, using a wide open leg forward folds, what we tend to do is weight load into the front leg. See if you can really be even in the distribution of your awareness, front and back. Samavriti, even inhale, even exhale. If the heart rate is steady, then double the length of your exhalation to your inhalation. Inhale, rise up. Turn back to center. Exhale, hands to the hips. End of your exhalation, step or hop the feet together. Tadasana, mountain pose. Relax, relax, relax. Relax your breathing. Feel the heart rate, right? We're not in a fitness-oriented class. We're not trying to elevate heart rate in asana practice and yoga practice. Yoga has a different aim. Good. Soften the joints, saturate the joints. Feel how nice it is now to close the legs, bring everything close to the midline of the spine. Good. Next inhalation, bring the arms straight out in front of the shoulders. And as you exhale, sitting halfway down, Utkatasana, Ardha Utkatasana, halfway down into your chair. Inhale to rise. As you exhale, again, sit halfway down or this way or all the way, right, into your Purna Utkatasana, all the way down into your feet, into your heels, whatever is possible. Remember, you have to lift up, so keep that in mind as you rise. Good. Now exhale, again, come halfway down, all the way down, and then lower the hands, touch the ground. Drop the knees to the earth, relax the tops of the toes, and come to sit on the heels, Vajrasana. If you cannot sit on the heels, you can sit on a block in between the heels or just sit cross-legged or in a chair. There's really no problem. Start to practice with your deep inhalations, deep exhalations again with Ujjayi. Notice mind will revolt here and there. It's an old habit. You have to teach the mind to remember its capacity, its potential by introducing it again and again to its greatest ally, greatest friend, which is breath itself. Good. Now, your next inhalation, take the arms out to the sides. As the arms rise, so do the hips if you're sitting on the heels. Take the arms up, interlace the fingers, press up, arc the upper back, gaze up. As you exhale, come back to the previous position. Separate the fingers, slowly lower the hands down onto the heels. Maybe hips and hands can touch at the same time. Good. This time, take the arms straight out in front of you. Lift the hips. Arc the upper back at the top. As you exhale, separate and lower down. Good. Inhale, take the arms out to the sides. Palms face forward, arc the upper back, gaze up. As you exhale, turn the chin down, fold over the thighs. Palms down, head down, Balasana. Stay here. If your head does not touch the ground, really recommend that you place a blanket or a block or something underneath it so that this very active frontal lobe can relax. Feel the wide wingspan of the arms and walk the fingers a little bit further apart. Widen the space between the shoulder blades and breathe there. Right? You're a great bird, like an eagle, bowing down into the earth. Widest wingspan. Good. Now inhale, rise up. Arc the upper back as you rise. And exhale, hands back down onto the thighs, onto the knees. Chin slightly down. Just breathe for a moment. Very good. Spine is very happy. Good. Opening the eyes. As you exhale now, coming forward onto your forearms. Yeah. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Interlace your fingers and tuck the bottom pinky in. Right? Don't worry if those of you who are concerned about where we might be going. We'll just take a very gentle inversion and pressure for the head. Turn the chin down towards the notch of the throat and place the top of the head on the ground, back of the head in the hold of the palms. Shashasana. Tuck the toes for additional support. Good. Now, you might want to massage the central line of the head, the crown, or massage a little side to side. There's a lot of pressure points there. So this is a nice pose to feel that. Good. For those of you who do practice your Shasana or headstand variations, we won't do the full, but you can tuck your toes and lengthen your legs, lifting the knees, right? And then just coming to practice in this pose, at least 4-second inhale, 4-second exhale, or 4-second inhale and 8-second exhalation, wherever you are, right? Practicing that essence of deep awareness with your breath, communion with mind and breath. One more breath wherever you are. If you're not comfortable, you just sit into child's position, head down, hips on the heels. Good. And then everybody, Balasana. Take your arms down by the sides of the body, head down. Relax shoulders. Very nice. Slacken the jaw. In this position, especially because you're compressed, you can feel the heart rate, the beating of the heart. Eventually, with practice, even in more challenging poses, the heart rate will remain steady, the breath rate will remain steady. And that's a wonderful, tool that you utilize in the times of your life where there's extreme action or chaos. Learning that within that, the heart rate can remain steady, the nervous system can balance with this equal inhale, equal exhale. Good. Now inhale, come up to sit on the heels. You'll shift your weight to one side, open the knees, bring the soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana, right? Interlace the fingers around the feet or hold the ankles or shins. We're not folding forward just yet. Slide the heels close to the perineum. And then inhale, lift the knees. And exhale, press, press, press the outer thighs, outer knees down towards the ground, right? Chin down, right? As you bow your chin down, you're relinquishing the mind down into the lower parts of the body. That's the heart, the gut, the pelvis, and the pelvic floor. Very soft breathing here, almost imperceptible breath. Good. Now as you exhale, you can widen your elbows out to the sides, place the elbows on the legs if they reach, and then fold right from the abdomen. Try not to reach the head or from the frontal lobe, right? More from the abdomen coming forward towards the heels. Otherwise, just stay upright and enjoy your meditation. This asana is a beautiful constellation of energy points that bring forth specific bhava or feeling within you. What is arising? What is passing? All is impermanent. Nothing to hold on to. If you're folding forward, inhale to rise. Bring the knees together. Kick out the legs in front of you in Dandasana. Again, as you exhale, press the thighs down, press the hands firmly into the ground. As you inhale, lift the waist, lift the arms, interlace, reach up one final time, and then round the spine. Exhale, lower down. Relax the limbs. If you need to hug the knees in one last time, do so. Otherwise, come to rest for Shavasana. It's very important and helpful if you have a cushion at the base of the occiput, the neck. That will just help you relax and the cerebral spinal fluid to flow up and down through the spinal column, right? That nice pulsation. And then to have enough covering on your body. If your lower back is not relaxing, then bend your knees and place the feet on the ground. Good. Let the fingers curl in an act of release. I'll just guide you all the way through the body. Starting at the crown of the head, feeling even the hair follicles across the scalp soften. Tension in the eyebrows and emotions in the eyes relax. Relax the nostrils, the jaw, the teeth, the gums, the root of the tongue. The tip of the tongue can be laying flat at the front of the roof of the mouth as the sense organ of taste starts to recede. Relax your ears, jaw, throat, the cranium where it meets the neck. Drop the shoulders, shoulder joints, elbow joints, wrist joints, and finger joints. Take a moment, just breathe into all the joints of the arms, feel their vibration, their sensation. What you feel is prana, life force, animating your body. Coming back up the arms to the pit of the throat. Relax the throat muscles. Maybe you can swallow once. And from the pit of the throat, dive deep into the heart. So at first, maybe you find yourself moving at the surface of the body, but with practice, seeing if you can go more internal. Heart and lungs resting. Diaphragm below them resting. Abdominal organs, pelvic organs, softening down towards the back of the body, both hip joints, knee joints, ankle joints, and toe joints. Just spend a moment or two at the very tips of the big toes, the very edge of your physical body. And from that very precipice of the body, reverse and inhale, traveling up the feet, legs, taking a few breaths to do so, hips, abdomen, and then letting the mind rest in the heart. It's the energetic heart deep in the center of the chest. Gathering your awareness there and drawing it into this very quiet cave. Communing with your own self, moment by moment, dropping your identity, your name, where you live, who you love, what you do. Let that all loosen its grip on you. As these things loosen, the awareness goes a little bit deeper. Loosening now your memories, what you went through, how you grew up, who was there or not there. Letting that also loosen. And then all the striving for the future, what to do, how to do, dreams, desires. Let them loosen so that you can relax closer to your inner being. All these components of I start to fade away. Rest deeply now. Body is asleep. Mind is aware of the eternal space within. Good. Watch how the mind travels to the surface a little bit and then back down into the depths. Don't force, just observe. Hearing the sound of this inner being. Start to bring your mind to the surface, enough to feel the body as you wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, breathing deeper now. Wake up. Bring the energy of this deep wellspring in the heart and spreading it through all the nadis, the energy channels of the body, down the spine, into the legs, the feet, down the arms, into the fingers, up the throat, into the head. Like the sun emitting its rays in all directions, wake up, wake up, wake up. Movement now, bringing the legs together, stretch the arms up overhead, big stretch, big, big stretch. Good. And as you exhale now, you can roll up to sit or bring your knees in, roll to the side, and then come up to sit. If you have that candle nearby, always good. You can dim the lights. You don't even need the computer screen, just the voice. Lighting your candle, placing it a few feet in front of you. Good. And then getting whatever you need to sit quietly for a moment, closing the lights. I'll do the same. Darkness is welcome. Sitting about 2 feet away from the candle so you can see the flame, or you can look at the flame on the screen. Just looking to the heart of the light. Not looking with the eyes, but looking with the heart, right? Your consciousness, your mind, still deep with that inner being in the heart center. Maybe you feel naturally a moment where the eyes want to close, so close them. Or just staying with this trataka, the candle gazing, flame gazing. Just observe and feel the variety of experiences in your body. Nothing is yours. Watching them arise and pass away, thoughts, emotions, sensations. There's breath and there's awareness. Holding close to these two, breath and awareness. Everything else built on top of these two are impermanent, fleeting. Even this body, impermanent, fleeting. If you'd like to bring the palms together in Anjali Mudra, the Namaskar position at the heart, bowing the head. We'll end with some chanting. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. The chanting for all beings. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free of suffering. Even if you don't chant, the will, the volition is there. May I share the benefits of my practice for the upliftment of all beings. May all beings be happy. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. As you exhale, bring your hands down onto your legs. Surrender your body to Mother Earth. Fold lightly forward towards the flame. May my mind be illuminated in wisdom, understanding, discernment. Inhale to rise. Bring the palms together. Rub the hands. Generate heat in the palms. And bring the heated palms to the eyes and face. When you're ready, you can massage the face, massage the temples, the cheeks, the ears, the cranium. A remembrance of the physical body and the necessity of this instrument to know peace, to do this tapas or practice, austerities and practices of yoga, of meditation. Thanking this body for holding you. Good. When you're ready, gently opening the eyes. Keep your flame burning. No need to blow it out. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me